Hi guys, that's Gianpaolo Lerusso speaking for a new edition of PPC World News, the number 62. Let's go to the first news. From search engine lane, Jenny Marvin, she underlines that a professional, PPC professional, yet in Mule, has underlined, has discovered that if you use global site tag and uh, link it to the Google Ads account, you can have in the conversion area of the account a lot of pre-purchase actions automatically tracked, and that's interesting because not all e-commerces have a lot of conversions since the beginning, and having this prodromic conversions tracked means to have a wider idea, a better idea of what is working and what not. So it's I think it's a nice functionality, just to be more aware of your weak points and your point of strength. A post by Andrew Locke about smart shopping. He's not a big lover of smart shopping, but yeah, he is objectively weighing all the pros and cons of smart shopping. Of course, the largest pro is that it's all automated. You don't have to do anything at all. The biggest cons, the biggest con in Andrew's ideas, it's the fact that you cannot do almost anything. You cannot do anything to optimize this kind of campaigns, and you miss a lot of information on what actually people is searching, what actually your prospects are searching, and what is showing your ads for. So it's possible to block actually negative keywords in smart shopping, but it would be you have to ask for it to your Google representative. It's not a global function open to everyone. But even with this feature on, you will miss all the positive keywords, the queries people is converting, is searching, and Google is serving your ad for. So I think it's a good post because it underlines all the best part of this functionality. If it works very well. And but it's also evidencing all the black box functionality included in the package, in the bundle. So let's move to another post directly from Google. It's now possible to share remarketing lists in your account manager. So it's I haven't to say what you can do with this functionality, but you can do a lot of things, a lot of interesting things, especially if you have accounts which have no enough traffic to have remarketing lists activated. And now you can share lists from other accounts. The downsides of of this functionality is that if the agency you are using to manage your campaign is not transparent and completely ethical, you should serve your you could serve your remarketing data to someone else. So that's something you have to put an eye on. Google Google Partner program will change starting from June 2020. There are several changes. The most important is for sure the fact that optimization score are now enlightened in the suggestion tab, in recommendations tab, and you have to get at least 70% of optimization score to have that counting for your certifications. You have to have a lot, not a lot, you have to have many professionals having the certification, having the skill shop certification to get your certification, your Google Partner badge, because now you have to have all more than 50% of eligible users to have this certifications in skill shop certification. And this could be tricky because there is a bug in the platform. Probably they are going to solve it because they are Google sometimes is if you are using popular email provider like Gmail to record your account, it's Gmail is Google is assuming your company's email is Gmail, your branded email is Gmail, and so it will list a lot of people not really managing campaigns among eligible users. So the number of person you should be certified for will skyrocket. So that's a problem, but yeah, Jeff is underlining a way to try to solve it, because it's not sure. I've heard from some professional that this workaround is not going. Just use your domain email to set, and set in security settings your domain as allowed ones. Group 27, Pauline Jacobert. She's recalling here a real case history from a customer of theirs, who asked for to reach a 100% Google Ads optimization score. She told him that all these suggestions, beside the fact that they are getting better and better, they are not always good ones. So this is not a good strategy at all. But she tried to accomplish it, and here are the results of this experiment. So it's interesting to see what happens if you deploy all these suggestions, all the recommendations by Google. Here, a post, a very nice post by Ella Levy from Pixel. It's just a way to use some functionalities of reach Google Analytics and together with Google Tag Manager to have more um, more control, a sort of filter, auto filtering of both traffic and click forward. Okay, it's not a simple solution to employ, but it could be something fine to test. I'll do. I've not done because I've discovered it this morning, but I will at the first suspect of both traffic. I will for sure try to implement it. So thank to Eli. Search Engine Journal, Jan Scherk, sorry, Scherk. Here is another very interesting post because he tried to use a sort of phrase match modifier. All of you know that phrase match modifier simply doesn't exist in Google Ads. But here, using points, for instance, plus car point insurance, dot insurance, have a sort of effect you could expect from a phrase match modifier. I've never tested it, but I will, because if it works, it can be useful in some occasions. Let's move to the last news for this edition. From it's a guest post by Gianluca Binelli, which is exploring bidding strategies, but not in as you can find everywhere. So explaining what they are based on. It's underlining all the strategies you should implement to understand which kind of bidding strategy is better for you in your specific account. So it's a nice read. No, it's not so simple. There is a lot of maths involved in the evaluation, but I think I know Gianluca. Gianluca is a very good PPC professional, and he will be at outward experience. There is also a webinar about it. So if you have time, it for sure deserves your attention. It's all for this time, and see you next edition, and maybe the ROI be with you. Ciao.